First things first, you have to pick out the right tree when hanging a trail camera. The two main things to consider are, does the tree provide the proper point of view and the distance from the targeted area? Remember, night mode is only good to up to about 50 feet. Second is the sun. Think about sunrise or sunset when pointing your camera. If you don't, you could end up with a bunch of pictures that are really hard to tell exactly what you have. So whenever possible, face the camera away from the sun.
Once you have picked the right tree, the work has just begun to ensure you get the most out of your trail camera. Start by clearing any brush, grass, tree limbs, or anything else that might block or false trigger the camera. Also consider what the scene will look like when the wind is blowing to prevent false triggers. So I always have a machete and pruners with me when I'm hanging my cameras.
Okay, so we got the site cleared and the camera's pointed away from the sun. Now let's make sure the camera's not too high or too low. A good rule of thumb is to use your belt line as a good indicator of the right height of the camera.
The next step is to set your camera to walk test mode to make sure the camera is picking up what you're looking for. Walk back and forth and watch the red light on the camera. If it's not blinking, then the camera is not triggering, so make the needed adjustments, then do another walk test until the camera is triggering where you're trying to get your pictures.
This really isn't site prep, but what are we really talking about here? We're talking about how do we get as many high quality trail camera pictures as possible, right? So where it's legal, like on my farm in Missouri, I like to use mineral or a supplement like BB squared in front of my cameras during the post and pre-season. In my opinion, there is no better way to get a pile of good pictures.
Pick the right tree, clear out the brush, then use the walk test to make sure the setup is dialed in. Do this, and you will see what you've been missing.